You don't
What?
stay here? So what are you doing here?
We just stopped here this morning.
Where's here?
Wow.
Sunday, March 16th, 2025, Flagler County, Florida. The Flagler County Sheriff's Office began receiving multiple emergency calls regarding a 2-year-old boy found wandering in the middle of the street wearing only pajamas. The situation was alarming and officers had to respond immediately. They needed to secure and care for the child while locating the responsible adult, but nothing could have prepared them for what they were about to uncover. I'm Tyler, and this is your daily dose of crime.
Yeah, he got out and walked around.
You got out and walked around?
Yeah, when I was in the bathroom.
Okay. Is he okay?
Yeah, he's fine.
Were you out here earlier with him or no?
Yeah. Yeah, we just got up this morning and then he's 2.5 now.
Okay.
So he knows how to like unlock doors.
Okay.
He just figured all that stuff out, so he just went out here. I was like, dang, dude.
Where the hell did
We
you
don't
get
even
that
stay here, so
You don't
What?
stay here?
no.
Where do you live?
My parents' house is where he
Where is that?
up at the hammock.
So what are you doing here?
We just stopped here this morning.
Where's here?
Take the dog out. It's my house.
I've been here before and you lived here.
At the time I stayed here by myself. Yeah. Not him.
You exchanged your child here to your wife.
Yeah.
Your ex-wife.
Yeah.
Is she coming to pick him up today or
No, tomorrow.
tomorrow? Why didn't you come out the door that you went in when I saw you when I walked up?
Because I was out there going out this way to see what's going on.
No, I think you knew what was going on.
I didn't know there was like a bunch of people here.
No.
I was just kind of assessing
So
the
when they gave you
situation
back
with
to your
him.
2-year-old that was walking in the street, and then you saw me standing in the driveway, I'm wearing a
I'm
deputy
just,
uniform.
brother,
and
I'm
then you
just
went
a dude
inside,
whose
and then you
kid
shut
just.
the door, and then you won't open the door when I knock 10 times. That
We were
that's
outside
because
on the
when
back
you came
patio.
out-
I was
you
seeing
came
what
out
was
the
going on.
side over here because you just didn't
I don't
know what was
want
going on.
any trouble, guys. I appreciate everybody's help. There's really not a big deal.
Thanks to information provided by neighbors, officers were able to identify the child's father, Ross Judy. The situation struck authorities as highly unusual. The explanations Ross gave didn't make sense, and his behavior raised immediate suspicion. He claimed he didn't live at the house and had only stopped by to let the dog out. While he was in the bathroom, he said his son opened the door and wandered into the street. His statements to officers did not line up with the facts, and the nervousness in his behavior soon became clear.
Well, looks like mommy's going to get the best of us in court.
Hey buddy, come here.
Hey.
That's what happens when the dog gets killed by the neighbor and the wife leaves with the baby. The house goes to hell, and then the baby ends up making a scene. Got up. He had woken up. I had gotten up, and he went to watch Coco Melon and do his ABCs. So he's in there doing his ABCs, and then I go to the bathroom, because sometimes you got to take it in the morning, So I went to go do that. Normally it's quick in and out, and he's watching his ABCs on the Coco Melon cartoon, and I didn't hear him, and I guess he walked out here. He must have been out here, must not have been too long, or somebody spotted him, and obviously when you see Toddler in the street, for God's sake, you're going to freak out and be like, what the hell's going on here?
Do you know about the time that it was from the time that you last saw him until
right when the neighbor Sharon came over and brought him in, So
Okay.
the neighbors wasn't. I don't know if it was her. She said some other neighbor called you guys. Otherwise, she knew, who he is. She immediately brought him in the house and brought him to.
I'm saying, but do you know the amount of time it was from the time you got into the bathroom because you weren't?
Oh,
you
it
didn't
was.
see him. So.
I mean, he must have been out here just for a minute or two.
Okay. I mean, has this happened before?
No.
No.
Well, he drives a little Jeep. I got that modified Jeep that I made for him.
Okay.
And he's used to being around the neighborhood, collecting golf balls, driving around his Jeep. So he's probably too comfortable around this neighborhood. But, this hour of the day on a Sunday shouldn't be out there at all,
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's highly embarrassing.
And then you said the front door was locked?
Yeah, it was dead bolted. Yeah.
Okay.
You could reach it, I guess.
Okay.
I'm stunned that Mr. Escape Artist here has managed to do that. in the amount of time that he did.
You said you were in the bathroom?
Yeah. Trying to think of fellas.
So when the neighbor came over and notified you, what were you doing?
I was in the bedroom at that point because I had just went in there to find him to make sure he was still watching Cocomelon. She comes walking in the house and I'm like, what's going on?
According to Ross, his son had been watching cartoons while he was in the bathroom, which is why he didn't hear the child leave the house. But something was off. It turned out Ross had even gone to lie down in the bedroom unaware of the child's whereabouts. He only realized what had happened when a neighbor brought the child back some 20 minutes later.
So you were already awake?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Your cameras work?
No. No, they don't. That one's just a dummy and the other one's a dummy as well. Well, that one actually does work, but it's dead. And there was another one, I think it's fallen down.
Okay.
I guess I'm glad my son's safe. He's in my arms.
Yeah, we want to just make sure that your son is safe.
He's absolutely safe. He stays with his grandparents generally most of the time because I don't like this house because it's so old and rickety and I mean the water works, electric works and all that. It's just 70s house, you know, there's just not a very conducive safety to a kid, you know, like there's a pool in the back that's green because I can't afford to take care of it right now, you know. Like I said, man, 9 days after he came home, our dog was like crossing the yard from her house. My neighbor ran her over right in front of her and the dog got killed. So she got a little bit and we separated after that because we just couldn't figure things out. It was just postpartum is a thing, man. It triggered everything, just like a total snowball. So we've been trying therapists and stuff to get things sorted out between the two of us. And her mother's, you know, taking that.
So he normally stays at the grandparents' house?
Yeah, when he's with me. He's only with me 6 days a month.
Oh, okay. Where's the grandparents live?
Over at Surf Club.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, building 3, unit 118.
And then his mom is local as well?
No, she moved to DeLand.
Oh, okay.
So we don't even see each other. I just pick him up to and from daycare. But yeah, he was in his nursery watching Cocomelon. And then
Where is that in relation to like the house?
where I was, it's on the other end of the hallway. But I'd like to just. It's okay. We're gonna be okay. No one's gonna take you away.
So you're in your
I went to my
master.
bedroom. I went to my bedroom from my bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was
Not realizing that he was freaking outside. Like.
So you weren't asleep or anything like that?
No.
and he was in his room watching Cocomelon.
Yeah.
So how did he get out?
He opened the deadbolt somehow.
The deadbolt?
Yes. He can reach.
How high is his deadbolt?
It's about right here. He
How can
reached
he-
up and got it.
You said about right here.
Yeah.
And he's about right here. How did
He can reach.
that?
He can reach.
Is there a step stool or something? Like,
I don't know what he did. I'm telling you, I deadbolt that door at night, of course. I'm a father of a 2.5-year-old. You think I'm not going to leave the deadbolt on? The door doesn't even latch otherwise.
Officers noted several inconsistencies in Ross's statements. He repeatedly said he didn't live there, explaining that he stayed with his parents due to problems with the house and only saw his son 6 days out of the month. The more that he insisted on not living at the residence and pointing out its supposed issues, the more suspicious it all sounded. Officers began to sense that he was hiding something.
I don't know. Like I said, he's long for a 2.5-year-old. He's got some reach.
so he's never tried to open this deadbolt before?
No, we're not here very often. We're not here often. He stayed most of the time at my parents' house when he's with me. For this very reason. Because I have a pool that is unmaintained. I can't afford to maintain
So why are
it.
you guys here now?
Well, we spent the night here last night.
Okay.
So I wanted to... It's my last night with my son.
Okay.
I wanted to just be with my son. That's it. I just wanted to be with my son. I'm sorry he got out in the street. I'm sorry the neighbors obviously flipped out. She would have
Well,
known
they're
right.
saying he's been out here for over 20 minutes. So that's my concern.
I'm not aware of how long it was. I can't tell you. I don't know what 20 minutes is to other people, but I don't
Well,
think it
I
was
mean,
that long. But
that's what they're saying.
well, I thought he was in his bedroom watching Cocomelon for 20 minutes. It's okay, buddy. They're not going to take you away, okay? I promise. It's going to be okay. I just want to. All I know is that I'm glad that public service has helped me get my kid back into my arms. I'm glad that my neighbors helped out. And I just want to move on and get the rest of my weekend with my son, and because I'm just a dad who misses his little boy, and I only get so much time with him. He's well fed. We went miniature golfing yesterday. I'll take you through some photos in my phone, which will let you know that he's a well taken care of little boy. His pajamas don't match. That's fine.
That's not our concern right now. Like,
I understand.
I can see that he's well fed.
He's not he doesn't live here. He's not even, he's my son. I only see him part time. If this turns into something else, I'm never going to see him again. And it's not because of any domestic issue or anything else. It's because her and her mother decided that they wanted to move to DeLand with my son and say goodbye to me and take this baby and run with him. And I get him, luckily, because Katie, his mother, is decent enough to still let me spend time with him. I mean, how can I screw this up in 3 days a month, or 3 days every twice a month? You know, I'm somehow managed.
Okay, well, I asked you earlier how long it was, and you said it was.
I thought it was only a few minutes. I didn't realize it was out here that long. I don't know who said that.
They said it's been over 20 minutes, and who knows how long he was really out here, because that's just when she noticed him out here. So
well, I remember when he woke up, like I said, I thought that he was in his bedroom watching Cocomelon. I could hear the music going, and as long as the song is going, because I don't even have internet, I just use my phone.
Has his pamper been changed?
Last night, right before bed.
It's after 9 a.m.
Right.
Okay.
He was going to be.
What time did he go to bed?
He went to bed about 9 p.m. 9:30.
What time did you wake up?
This morning about, what time is it now?
It's 9:20.
About 8:15, 8:30. Right before he got outside.
Ross, growing increasingly anxious, repeated that the child didn't live with him and that the mother lived far away. He claimed he was just trying to spend time with his son and take good care of him during the few days they had together, but that didn't match the fact that he hadn't changed the child's diaper in 12 hours. What other excuses did he have?
Yeah, Grandma's house. I'm going to Grandma's house.
So, based on the totality of the circumstances, do you mind if we just go inside, double check the welfare of the living situations? I know
we don't live here. He does not live here. We were just stopped here last night, and we ended up staying here.
I know, but he's your child. You said you have him for
right.
a certain amount of days.
I'm not okay with that. Because of the fact that I have a dog that's not well. He smells bad. He's got an ear infection.
Well, we're worried about your son, not your dog.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So if a child is staying here, no matter if it's for a day or if it's for 6 months,
or a few hours,
yeah, there needs to be some sort of
we camp out in my truck most of the time.
The child.
You camp out in your truck most of the time?
Well, like a lot of times with him, we just hang out in my truck. I try to spend as little time here as possible. I only meet my ex here to transfer the child on most occasions because it's midway.
Well, because of everything that occurred today, we need to check out the welfare of the home.
I don't want anyone coming in the house right now.
And why is that?
Because I've been staying with my parents. I normally stay with my parents.
Okay, but last night you stayed here with the child.
Right.
And this is your residence.
We spent a few hours here between like 10 p.m., 9:30 p.m., and 9:30 a.m.
That's a long time.
So does he have a bed?
Yeah.
Okay. Can we confirm that? Just the living situation of him?
Yeah. I carried him in, and he stayed in his room.
Yeah, can we confirm that he has a proper bed? He has proper.
Come on. Just one of you, please.
Well, there's gonna be two of us at least.
That's fine. Get a lot of mess around here.
Is that the door that he came out of?
Well, I think it's locked now.
The
I
deadbolt?
didn't know that you all were here.
Please confirm the deadbolt.
I need to get some drugs.
You want some milk?
Just hang out with him real quick.
Let me get you some milk. I'm gonna go get some milk for
No,
you.
it's just no. Just stay right there.
Come on. There we go.
Ross, can you come over here for a sec?
Looks like I'm in trouble.
Officers informed Ross that they would need to enter the residence to verify the conditions. Ross refused, insisting repeatedly that it didn't make sense because he didn't live there. Bit by bit, he was exposing himself, and it became painfully obvious that he was hiding something inside of the house. But what could be so serious that he didn't want officers to see?
If I'm gonna be in jail,
Buddy, come over here.
I'll have to get out. I have a key to my work vehicle. A few things that
Anderson.
I need to worry about.
Hey, bud. Anderson. Anderson, come here, buddy.
Yeah, it was gonna
Grab
be.
yourself.
I was gonna return the
just
dog and just.
Okay.
What do you call that?
That dog ever leave that cage?
Yeah,
Okay.
he does, but like because he runs, he was in it. That's why we were here last night to let him out and give him food.
Mm-hmm.
How far is your wife away?
Where's she?
47 miles to land.
But the grandparents live across the
7
street.
miles away. They're right up the road. They'll be happy to take them.
Okay.
Okay, we'll call both. We're gonna walk over to my car, right?
Okay, just can I grab my meds?
No, you
No,
can't.
jail has medications.
This
Okay.
your house keys on this?
Well,
thing?
can I get my phone at least?
Is this your house?
Okay, you said you didn't know where
Yeah.
it was.
No, it's in the house.
All right, this
It's
will follow
probably
you to the jail. Okay?
between here and bathroom.
Let's go.
Okay,
buddy.
I'll look for it.
He's gonna
Hey, buddy.
Why is everybody so mad?
Why are we mad? Did you see what you inside your house looks like?
Hey, buddy. It's okay. Hey, can I get a high five? Good job. Good job, bud. Hey, how about some nuts? You give you some nuts? Oh, good job, dude. Good job, Anderson. Good job, buddy. Yeah.
You gonna sit in the cop car?
The what?
There you go, buddy. I know, he's gonna be okay. Do you see if there's toys in the back there?
Watch your head.
I think I saw his cell phone in the bathroom. But that bathroom is disgusting. I can't even take a single step in there. There's nothing but we're gonna snag some photos of everything in there. Okay, if you want to. I know you've got a good look at it, but all right.
I don't see anything.
Oh, I see a smile. Yes, Grandma. Hi, sweetheart. Oh, thank you so much. I have some of his stuffed animals I can see.
So, building 3, 118.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you drink it like that? Yeah, we tried.
Yeah, we tried. We tried to look.
And he is hungry.
Yeah, he said he is hungry. All I had was some gummies, so I tried to give him a little bit of gummies. So
He said it was delicious.
yeah, he
so.
said it was delicious, but
Yeah, it was
You're
delicious.
dirty. You were eating dirt.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's sick, and that's probably just snot mucus. Because when he drank the water, it started coming up like snot.
Oh yeah.
And his pamper is very soiled. So I just wanted to let you know when you get home, that's the first order of business.
Once inside, officers understood why Ross had resisted letting them in. The home was full of garbage, animal feces, filth, and a severely malnourished dog with a rotting ear and patches of missing fur. There were multiple empty alcohol containers, insects swarming in stagnant toilet water, a sink full of cigarette ashes, pill bottles scattered throughout the house, and both razors and hypodermic needles within the child's reach. The home was in deplorable condition, and how could he even consider spending a day there with a 2-year-old son?
I can't believe.
I'm glad he's okay, though. They need to slow down.
His mother's probably beside herself because when he was about, maybe a month old, the dog got out and got killed right in front of her right here.
Oh, wow.
So I'm sure that she's just beside herself because there are a lot of people that speed through this neighborhood.
Yeah, that's what I heard from the neighbors.
Oh, sweetie pie. Well, who found him?
The neighbors saw him. So this neighbor saw him in her yard, and she was assuming that his dad was in the yard watching him.
Oh.
And she said that was about 20 minutes. Like for about 20 minutes, she saw him around. And who knows how long he was out before she saw him. And then they saw cars stopping, and that's when she went inside to call police because she realized that he wasn't out here. And they went inside and just pretty much found him passed out.
Well, I haven't been in that house.
Oh,
for
you don't
months
want
and months.
to go in that house. And if you want to, it's up to you.
Well,
But
I have tried to get him out before.
that house is no place for a kid.
Well, that's why they come to my house whenever he has when he has him for the weekend.
Okay.
So they were at my house last night, and they didn't leave till midnight.
Oh. Well, he told us he was here from 9 p.m., 9:30 to now.
Oh, jeez. Well, thank you. I'm so grateful that nothing has happened to him.
Y'all never come to visit him here?
No, I haven't been in that house for months.
Yeah.
In months?
Months.
What did it look like months ago?
A disaster.
Honestly, that was the worst house I've ever been in, probably in a long time. That's...
Well, it's really bad in there.
Very bad. The dog. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Did you know there was a dog in there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I tried to get him to get rid of that dog.
That dog hasn't been taken care of.
Well, the house hasn't been taken care
Yeah.
of. It's really bad. Well,
I think for future reference, ma'am, I mean, I don't know what's going to happen now.
Well-
I think for future reference, though, if that's how you saw the conditions of the house when you came here before, I think you probably should, like, notified us or something, you know?
well, very truthfully, I'm sure Katie will file for complete custody and no visitation.
I mean, DCF is getting involved, so I don't
Yeah.
even know if you'll get, I don't even know if
Did he tell you where they were going when they left your house last night?
They were coming home to go to bed.
I don't even think the bed was a place for a kid. Like, it's terrible.
It's really bad, huh?
Very bad.
Oh, sweetheart.
there's like no walking
There
room in there.
can't walk.
There's the smell in there. There's flies in there. I mean, I'm sure that house didn't just get like that over the past couple of weeks. It had to have been like that.
Well, I told him, I said, get that house cleaned up. And he goes, oh, I am. He's got an excuse for everything. You know what? Let me go put you in your high chair, or in your car seat. And we'll do, as Ed said, we need to do some mini paperwork for him, or,
he's getting the information. So
okay, well, thank God you didn't take him to Children's Services.
I'll walk with you.
Officers place Ross in handcuffs and immediately contact the child's grandparents so the boy could be placed in their care. It became obvious that Ross had not only failed to maintain the child's hygiene, but also neglected to feed or properly supervise him. The situation was complex, and authorities needed to understand what had really taken place and whether other family members had any knowledge.
Well, thank you for not sending him to Children's Services.
Oh, we wouldn't want to do that, especially if he has family nearby.
Well, his mom is in St. Petersburg right now, and
Right.
his other
No,
grandma
but he
is
told
coming
us
from
that
Deland.
he usually goes to your house, so we figured let's contact you
Oh,
guys.
yeah. He pretty much, he stays all day with me Friday while Ross works.
Okay.
But we have had, I can't tell you how many nights I've cried myself to sleep every night.
Yeah.
And I have tried to get him out. I took him to a rehab center, and the rehab center said that until he says that he wants to be there, I can't put him in. I can't do anything
Well, this
about
might
it.
get him there because
You know?
that house is horrid. Like,
Well, if they keep him in jail, I'll just get a cleaning service, come over, and we'll go through and get rid of the dog.
So usually, I'm going to set this inside. So
Yeah, you
usually what happens in a lot of cases with people that are abusing alcohol, and that's if that even presents itself to the judge. They usually court order
him to go.
Yes, they get court ordered to go to get help. And if he does get released on bond or whatever,
we're not paying any bond to release him. Let him stay there.
So if he does get court ordered, or if the judge decides whatever they decide, he will have random urinalysis and things like that. And he'll probably be on probation, because they have to keep track of what you're doing, if you're drinking, he has open needles in there. Reach that he can grab. It's ridiculous. Broken glass bottles.
You're kidding.
I'm not kidding you. There's a sink full, literally, it's an ashtray that there's a mount of cigarette butts and ashes and I'm not over exaggerating. It's literally like a mountain. The sink is full with nothing but ashes and cigarette butts. There's literally piles of stuff there's no walkway. You have to kick things out of the way to walk through. Every shower in there is dry, bone dry, no water. The toilet has no water in it. There's nothing. The dog itself is horrendous. It's ridiculous in there. The baby beds are it's bad. I've never seen a house like that. And he didn't want us to go in at first. We were like, but we need to verify that this baby has a room, a bed, somewhere to stay.
I haven't been in that house for months and months.
Yeah, he didn't have a choice but to let us in. And when he was like, okay, sure. We walked in and it was like, you're going to jail.
He sent me pictures of supposedly he had cleaned up that house.
Oh, no, man.
And there were bags and bags and bags of stuff out here. And that was supposedly after they had cleaned it up. He has been a handful.
Officers informed the child's grandmother that, according to witnesses, Ross had been found earlier that morning passed out under the influence of alcohol. This revelation began a conversation that brought to light several lies that Ross had told the police. He had been with his son at the house since the night before and had hidden everything from his family, from the appalling state of the home to the emotional state that had led him to live under such a condition. How could he let his health and his child's care get so bad?
He's been a handful for years. And when Katie left, he just completely went off the deep end.
And some people like that, I know he loves his son.
Oh, he loves his son a lot.
So this might be...
Anderson loves him.
Yes, he does.
Do you love Daddy? Do you love Daddy? Here, let me get your face.
What is that about?
Let's sign all the paperwork. Do we need to sign anything?
I don't think so. They got your information. We're just going to notate that we released him to your care. And DCF may be in contact with you all just to confirm.
All right. Do you want to go and shut the door? I don't even want to see it.
So we're going to still be here because animal control has to come and get the dog.
I've got to take the dog back to where he came from.
Yeah, because that's another thing.
Well, I know that he paid $800 vet bill, and he just doesn't have the money. And I said, take that dog back.
Yeah, no, that dog has been neglected.
It was a feral dog.
Yeah, that dog. Nothing about him looks feral right now. We walked in and he doesn't even move when we,
really?
Feral. They'll bark and growl, and no, he just looks at us like helpless. Please help me.
I had that dog, and I fell and broke 2 vertebrae and a rib. And Ross thought it was because of the dog. That dog is the sweetest, lovingest dog. And because
all the dog's hair shedded, matted up, literally layers of hair. There's I guess puppy pads or something in the cage, a whole mountains of them in the cage. The dog is in the cage. I don't believe that dog has left that cage.
Let's not get into a lot of detail. He needs to be
help.
extracted from my son.
He has needed help.
He's going to have to get it.
And because
at this point, it's going to be court ordered.
Because of his old age, he can't nobody can do anything without his consent.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that he's going to get some help.
Yeah, I'm very happy that because this may be an eye-opener for him, seeing that he's going to have to straighten out his life to even be able to see his son, you know? And that we don't, I hate for it to be like this because of the child.
But we were wondering, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do?
Mm-hmm.
And just like, he won't let me in that house. I haven't been in that house for probably a year.
Yeah.
Hey, you want this? Is it dirt? Or you look like you have a swollen lip. Let me see. Because the grandma will just go ballistic. She's a pit bull.
It was hard to believe the conditions inside the home and the way in which Ross had been living there. Clearly, he had ignored not only the seriousness of his own condition, but also the health and safety of his son. He needed help with his alcohol issues, and authorities will likely arrange for support to address his substance abuse. Ross Judy, age 44, would be arrested and charged with child neglect without great bodily harm and with abandoning an animal resulting in death, illness, disability, or risk of disability. He faces potential prison time, probation, or restitution, depending on the circumstances of the offense and his criminal record.